Welcome to the Thought Grenade podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, joined by my co-host.
Colin, hello.
And today we will be talking about vacations.
Ooh,
I just got back from one, so mostly my vacations apparently.
mysterious vacations.
um so before we start, just want to thank everyone for listening to the other episodes real quick.
Mm-hmm.
As well as you know where you can reach us. Everything will be linked down below as well, though. Just a reminder there.
Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, the whole shebang.
Correctamundo. And I also realized that last week I forgot to give my recommendation of the week. So my recommendation, should it be? I have two, but should I give a book or a show, a TV show?
Whatever your little heart desires.
Oh, so like I said, I just got back from vacation. There's two things I've been consuming a lot of, and it's one book specifically and one TV show specifically. I'll go with the book because I'm closer to being done with the book, I guess.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so the book, and I know we've talked about possibly doing a whole podcast dedicated to our favorite books and series and things like that.
Yeah.
And in actually podcast one, I had mentioned Rick Riordan and his Percy Jackson series. This past week, I've been reading Magnus Chase, which is the very similar idea, but with Norse, as you call it, Norse religion, as opposed to Greek, Roman, Egyptian. And I'm about 70% done with the book, and it is very good. I will say that. I do suggest that, and I definitely plan to read books 2 and 3 after I complete this one.
Is that the same author? You said it's the same author, right?
Correct. Rick Riordan.
Nice.
Yep.
It's
like I said,
cute.
it is a like a young adult or like young teenager book is like the
That's fine.
target age, but it's a good read for adults and kids alike. I would say, at least.
We're not judging you here. This is a safe space.
I don't know. You were judging me before this about liking Animal Crossing, but
You have no proof. There's literally no proof of that happening.
that's true. But all right, so let's get into our main topic here.
Yes, vacations.
Vacations.
How was yours?
Mine was pretty good. I don't really have any complaints. I went to Florida. I didn't get burned that bad from the sun, thankfully.
Impressive. You're a pale boy like me.
That is a true statement. The last couple days, actually, I got back today as of recording this, which will be tomorrow when it comes out, or yesterday when it comes out.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Might as well. But they were like, it was about 60, which obviously compared to here is warm, but there it felt cold.
Right.
But no, it was definitely a good time. Went and did some things, but generally just did some sunbathing and drank quite a bit of alcohols.
I hadn't really asked you anything about this. Who did you go with? Was it just you and Brittany, or did you go with your family?
It was my family, so it was my mom, my dad, my brother, his girlfriend, myself, and my girlfriend.
Nice.
Yeah. It was pretty relaxed, though. It wasn't like we went out and did a lot of things,
No.
which I don't really mind.
Clubbing?
What's that?
You didn't go clubbing or anything?
We did not. We were in Orlando. Had we been in Miami, I probably would have gone clubbing. But
I almost just made a really bad joke, and I'm glad that I didn't.
Save yourself.
Yeah, we'll save that. Like, we'll break the 10-episode barrier, and then we'll start slowly rolling out.
The dark humor.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I've been to Orlando probably, I think 3 times. So we went to a resort, and I had been there about 2 years ago. And it was a good time, though. Like I said, pretty much relaxing more than anything. We did some touristy stuff, as well as played around at golf and whatnot. but we were on a
Eh,
resort, so we golfed right on the resort.
Hmm.
But we did. So trying to think of things we did. We went to George Steinbrenner Stadium to see a Yankees spring training game.
That sounds not fun.
I enjoyed it. Are you not a fan of baseball? I don't know. We don't really talk about
Nah.
baseball
Yeah, there's a reason.
because you're a
No.
non-fan.
Yeah, non-fan. That shit's lame.
So I'm kind of in the same boat. I'm not the huge like the biggest. I was gonna say the hugest baseball fan. Um, but Yankee fan runs in my family, I guess you could say.
So you guys, oh no, that's even worse.
What?
Nothing.
I thought it was fun though to see things like that. It was I believe they have a new pitcher. I think it's let me do some clickety clack here to make sure I'm not gonna get this wrong. Um, um, what's his last name? His name is Garrett Cole. So Garrett Cole just
Mm,
recently got traded to the Yankees, and this was his first professional outing as a Yankee.
did you meet him?
No,
Did you say hello?
from the stands, yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. As long as he knows you exist, like maybe you can like start dating or something. I don't know.
Maybe
Yeah, that'd be
I'm trying to
cool.
get
Did you
some
guys have any
money.
good food? Yeah. Oh, see, do you guys have any yummy food while you're down there? I've
Uh,
literally like never traveled, so please enlighten me.
uh,
Let me
we.
live vicariously through you.
I'm trying to. I'm not thinking anything specific. Um,
Really? Ah.
for food. Again, I drank more than I ate, so
Oh, okay.
there were some good drinks to be had.
That's fair, I
I
guess.
don't know if it's a common drink, but there's it's a lazy river something. Is what it's
Is there
called.
tequila in it?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it's not worth it then.
You like to is tequila your drink of choice?
Uh, no, I literally haven't had it since my wedding, but I really
It is a
loved
good
it.
drink.
I enjoyed it.
So you prefer that to vodka?
I mean, I like vodka. I
Hmm.
don't think I've never had vodka straight because we don't get plain vodka. We always get flavored vodka. Like we always have blue raspberry or orange or something that we can mix in that's like good with lemonade or other mixed stuff.
Yep.
So I've never just had regular vodka, to be honest.
Yeah, we've had vodka because we would use it for mixed drinks. We'd pretty much just get the cheap stuff,
Hmm.
which is suspiciously cheap.
It's like $3 for a massive bottle, and you're
Correct.
like,
Yeah, pretty much.
this doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna get drunk anyway, so I
Yeah.
don't care.
I'm trying to think of what I had. I had rum and cokes. Those are good. Rum runners. Those are good. Lots of margaritas.
I love me some margarita.
Me too. So I guess that would be where your tequila is in the
Yeah.
margarita. Those are good though. Again, food. I don't know.
Mm,
Like, um, yeah, no, I can't think of anything amazing for food.
that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
That's like we'll hope we'll get into this later.
Yep.
I guess on why I haven't really traveled anywhere too much, but
Yeah.
my dreams of traveling that the very few that I have mostly include like I really just want to eat a lot of good food.
Yeah, I feel like going to Florida isn't that big of a culture difference for food.
Oh,
I
seafood, fresh seafood, brother.
not
Ah,
this time of year.
fresh seafood all the time.
Maybe. I feel like I feel like I don't know. Like you go someplace else. We ate a lot of Mexican food, which I'm always down for Mexican food. But I
I
think
fucks with Mexican.
what's that?
Said I fucks with Mexican food.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think going somewhere like a different country would justify bigger differences in food. Um
Whoa, that's false. Come on.
I'm just saying, like, it would be more obvious. Like, you're gonna eat much different food if you go to Italy as if you go to, I don't know, Kansas.
Hey, Kansas got some banging barbecue, brother.
Probably.
Yeah, Kansas City barbecue.
Maybe that's why
I would.
Andy Reid moved to Kansas City to be close to
Mhm.
Kansas,
Yep.
so he could get that
Well,
delicious food.
yeah. Be munching on
Because Kansas City's not in
some
Kansas.
brisket.
That's a thing.
No, it's in. Yes. Do you know where it is?
Um, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I'm
uh,
blanking right now. Okay,
you got
it's in
this.
Missouri, right?
Yeah.
Is it? I feel dumb. Okay, it is Missouri. I did that before
I
Googling.
just
I
said
did Google
yeah.
it, but I wanted to make sure, okay?
Okay.
Isn't it right
But
on the border, though? Somewhere in that area?
yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure they're really close to each other.
Like St.
Um,
Louis is not in that area, but on the border as well. On a border.
yeah, the people that live in Missouri just really don't want to live in Missouri,
Yeah, I've heard that.
so they put the capital as far away as it could be.
Who lives in
Um,
Missouri? Do you know anyone who lives in Missouri?
Personally,
Yeah.
I believe the girl we went to school with, or I don't know if she was in school when you were in school with us, but I think Samantha Jenkins is
Yeah, she was.
from Missouri, right?
Name drop. Full name.
Yeah, full. Well, I didn't know if you would if I just said, "Oh, Samantha" or Sam, like you wouldn't know.
Yeah, no. She was in school when we were,
Okay, I didn't know
or
when
when
she
I
moved
was, I
here.
mean.
I think Clint Boyer, he's a NASCAR driver. I think he's from Missouri, but
Is
I
he?
don't know him. I would love to know him.
Wait, Clinton
Pre-
Boyer?
yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
But not like the Boyers from Hudson Falls.
No, 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 no.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I was trying to think of like people I watch or anything like that as well. Legion is from Missouri.
Yeah, Legion and Hova are both.
Also, shout out to Legion. Love Legion.
I need to I need to watch more of more of his videos.
There's a mid-episode recommendation. Go watch Legion.
Yeah.
Legiqn.
Oh boy, he's bald now. I didn't know that until
Yeah,
you retweeted
he's
the
very
video
bald.
of him. Well, I mean, he was obviously balding for a while, but
Yes,
the
correct.
video of him, whatever tournament he was at recently,
Yep.
and he was like, imagine going to a tournament and having to play across from this guy. And it was just him saying all this stupid shit that he says.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's great. He's a good
man.
Twitter follow. Anyway, back to
Yeah.
vacations.
Yeah, vacations.
um, I can't think of a lot of. I'm trying to think of vacations I went on before this one. Like I
I was
said,
gonna say this one kind of sounded kind of lame.
it's pretty standard vacation. I feel like I don't have super memorable moments.
Do they have an aquarium down there? Because if there's an aquarium and you didn't go, you're fired.
Yes, and we went.
Okay, good.
Yes,
Did they have penguins?
no penguins.
Well, there's
Honestly,
no point in going.
yeah, right. Honestly, this aquarium was kind of lame.
Kind of cheeks. Did they have turtles?
They
Sea
had,
turtles?
I think I saw one sea turtle.
One sea turtle. I feel
I'll
like that's
post some
pretty
pictures on my
common.
Twitter
Ooh,
so y'all can follow me there and check those out.
yeah, go follow 'em. If you want to see
One turtle.
pictures of one turtle,
Let me
go
tell
follow
you, this
Tyler on
turtle. I think my voice is cracked. Also, let me tell you.
Twitter.
No, but for real, this turtle. I'm no
Mhm.
marine biologist, but this was a boy
Okay.
turtle.
Oh, did he have a fat schlong?
He was packing some heat.
Oh God. Could you give
um,
us could you give us an estimated length?
I mean, I didn't see it like at full capacity, but it was probably like 5 flaccid.
Whoa.
I'm not saying that's huge, but I'm sure it could have gotten something done.
Yeah.
But he looked
Uh,
lonely. He was doing like it looked like he was swimming doing handstands.
oh God.
Let me tell you that jellyfish kind of dope.
Hmm. Yeah, my favorite thing. I honestly almost forgot that I ever did this. When we went to Ohio to visit Alyssa's aunt and
Mhm.
them for Thanksgiving a few years ago, we went to the aquarium, and it was probably the best part of the trip for me. But there was penguins involved, so I think that's what really made.
Yeah, I
I
love
love
penguins.
penguins.
Oh, nice.
Ooh. I have a stuffed penguin. It's actually on the floor over here from the aquarium.
I have a glass penguin that I got from I think a yard sale right next to me.
Yeah, sentimental value.
Yeah, I don't know where I got it. I think a yard sale. Did I say that?
You did say that, but it's yard sale, aquarium, they're the same
If
thing.
you're going sentimental value, I have a picture of my brother and I in a Clifford frame that I've had on my desk since I was like 7.
Yeah, but there's no penguins, so
That's true. Let me see. Do I have any more penguins in my room? I don't see any.
hmm. Wow. I expected more. I wanted more out of the
I
story, and
apologize. Yeah, I didn't have much.
it's really just not doing it for me. I think we're gonna have to just cancel the episode.
I don't know. We played Uno. That was fun.
You have Uno, mother.
All
Oh,
right,
that's
that's
such
also another recommendation. If you haven't played Uno
a
recently, like I feel like most people haven't, go play Uno.
Mhm. Yeah. Get mad at your friends and family for
Yeah, Matt loves Uno.
does he? Does he get competitive?
I don't think so, but I know
Oh.
that was a thing for a while. You'd go over to Matt's house and he goes, "Let's play Uno."
Hmm.
But
I apparently wasn't involved in that
they had
phase.
like a half a deck and then another half a deck not from the same deck because they were like different styles.
That's a really that's a Matt thing. That's a Gardner family thing.
They're like,
I
it
could
does
see
the
that.
job.
Yeah, it gets the job done.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
So, no, we didn't do Disney World or anything. Disney World would have been a pain in the butt because it's just really hot and it's way
Mhm.
too busy.
Mhm.
We went to the aquarium. The aquarium was cool. Like I said, jellyfish cool. Um,
One sea turtle packing schmeat.
for
Cool.
sure.
Okay.
Um, Manta rays, those are cool.
Mhm.
You see their
Yeah.
face underneath and their ribs.
Yeah, they're weird.
They are kind of weird, and they killed Steve Irwin, so
Yes.
I kind of hold a grudge against them.
Listen, he wouldn't have held a grudge, so we shouldn't hold a grudge.
But I'm not as good of a man as he was,
You're right. He's legendary.
for sure. I think that was pretty much generally it. There was like one squid, and he was curled up in the side of the glass, so you couldn't really see him. Lame ass squid.
Yeah, fucking loser. Did they have any sharks? Did they had to have sharks, right?
They had little sharks.
Oh, little sharks.
Yeah, like
The
black
one, the
tips, I
one.
think they're called. Black
Whoa,
fins.
you cannot say that in 2020. Please calm down. The one we went to in Ohio,
Yep.
they had it was really cool. So they had obviously they had the big tank. I don't know. I say obviously like I've only been to one aquarium in my life, so I'm talking about every other aquarium in the world.
Yep.
They had a big tank that kind of spans a very large portion of where you walk through, so the animals can kind of traverse it, quote unquote, naturally.
Uh-huh.
And as you walk through to different exhibits, it's kind of always around you.
Yeah, that's very similar to this one.
Mhm.
Like you could see
So,
it from
but
both
there,
sides.
yeah, they're both sides, and then it was like super big, so you would kind of just keep walking through it, like there'd be tunnels through it as you go throughout the whole facility.
Correct. Yep.
But they had one, the shark tank. You would go past the shark tank, and then you kind of go through everything. But like at the very end, you could walk over the shark tank.
Hmm.
They had a rope plank bridge. I hope I'm remembering that correctly.
That's pretty
And you could
cool.
walk over it. It was super cool.
No,
Did they have that? They
nothing that
didn't have
cool.
that? Wow, dude.
There was like a tube that you walk through where they went underneath, but not like a rope bridge. This isn't
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right over the open water, you could see them swimming around, all of them.
That's
It
pretty
was really
cool.
cool.
Yeah. I was actually pretty underwhelmed by this aquarium.
Whole trip. It sounds
That
like the whole
too.
trip.
It was good. I mean, it was nice to get away and get warm. Oh, there was actually another turtle, not a sea turtle. It was a loggerhead. I guess it is still sea turtle. It's a loggerhead sea turtle.
Mm-hmm.
That was one big boy. And apparently it was like the strongest creature in the entire aquarium.
Like if I arm wrestled him, would I die? You think?
I don't know if you
Like that
die, but you definitely lose.
strong? Can someone give us fan art of me arm wrestling a loggerhead sea turtle?
I want to see
even if
this
you
as
don't,
well.
even if you don't know what I look like,
Just make a
just
guess.
yeah, just
Whatever you
draw a
do
stick
is right.
figure. I'll take a stick figure even.
But that was cool. And then attached to that same aquarium was Madame Tussauds wax museum.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, so I got some pictures with celebrities. Those will go on my Twitter as well. Um, Overall, I mean that was pretty cool. It's weird because you like turn around and you're like, it's a person, like they're legit real, and so
But
it's
they're
kind of
not.
trippy. You're like, oh, that's two people taking a picture, and you're like, no, that's one real person and
Taking
a
a picture
faux
with not
person.
a real person. Oh, that could be disorienting.
Yeah, it was a little bit, and they had quite a few
Hmm.
celebrities, which was pretty cool. Notable
And-
ones they had Ryan Reynolds.
Ooh, my
That's one
dad.
hot hunk of man.
Yep.
Also, not afraid to say men are hot because it's 2020. We should just acknowledge it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to think here. Got some pictures with David Beckham,
Okay.
Derek Jeter,
Okay.
Taylor Swift. You know, just the average group of
Yeah.
celebrities,
Then.
I would say.
Mhm. Yeah.
That was cool though. There definitely is a lot of work that goes into that I wouldn't be able to do. So,
Yeah. I think that's an understatement.
yeah. Exactly. Give me some Play-Doh. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
That should be a YouTube video that we do.
I'd rather not embarrass myself.
That's the point. People laugh at us. Yeah, so I mean for this was my first vacation since I've turned 21. So like I said, a lot of drinking. No bar
Mhm.
hopping. There wasn't really many bars and we were on a resort, so it was like we were kind of secluded. Last year we went to Miami, which if we went
Mhm.
to Miami this year, I probably wouldn't have made it back home.
Yeah, you would have just. It would have
Died
been like. It would have been like The Hangover.
pretty much.
And your family would have been looking for you.
That's fine. They would never find me though.
Little do they know that you died.
Pretty much. Um Yeah, but I mean, I've been on a couple vacations. More notably, I guess last year we did Animal Kingdom not last year, 2 years ago we did Animal Kingdom in Orlando.
Hmm.
That was fun. I think if you're gonna go to one park in Disney, I suggest Animal Kingdom because animals
Is
are
that the one
cool.
where like the giraffes can walk up to your room if you're in the castle thingy?
I believe so.
That sounds fun.
Yeah,
Giraffes have purple tongues.
they do.
There you go.
They don't. We didn't stay at the resort, so I didn't have that experience, but
Mm.
it was pretty cool. Learned some animal facts.
Like giraffes have purple tongues.
Yeah, exactly. You don't even need to go. We can give it to you for free.
No. Yeah.
This is now the Animal Fact Podcast.
Hmm. What's yours? You got to give him a fact. I gave him
Um,
a fact.
I feel like it's not interesting, or I feel like most people know, but it's like female lions do the hunting.
That's the lame fact.
Male lions do pretty much nothing.
They look majestic. That
That's
counts,
true,
right?
they do.
Just aspire to be male lions.
Looking all pretty.
Mm-hmm. Let your wives do all the work. I probably shouldn't say that, but I committed, so here we are.
Too late.
Yep.
All right, you said
No
you haven't been
backing
on
out of that one.
vacations, but you've done some traveling. So give me some of your traveling escapades that will put mine to shame.
I don't know if I can do that. I've so I've never been on a vacation. Like I've never gone on a trip. Well, so I guess the trip to Ohio, I guess you could consider a vacation. But
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like a vacation in the sense of yours did because you guys just went and stayed on a at a resort and
yeah,
just kind of dicked around on a beach for a week.
yeah.
But we drove out to Ohio, which is a really fucking far drive, by the way. And
Was it like
we stayed with our family.
14 hours, 16
Yeah, it's like
hours?
14 or 16 or something like
Yeah,
that.
yep. I have a family
And
in Ohio as well.
we stayed with her aunt, and um, it was really fun. I had a good time,
Yep.
but it was mostly because we went for Thanksgiving, so it was really just like we're gonna come and hang out at your house and have Thanksgiving dinner, and then we went Black Friday shopping, and then we went back to their house and hung out and went home.
So was that
So
like
it
a
was like,
weekend?
uh, I honestly don't remember how many days there. Maybe
Yeah,
like four.
yeah. So like
Four
you
sounds
leave.
right.
Well, you probably left or got there Wednesday or Thursday. Did you get there
Brother,
on
I wish.
Thanksgiving?
No, we got there the day before or 2 days before Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and then we left. So we went Black Friday shopping, stayed the night. Maybe it was 5 days. I don't remember. I feel bad for not remembering. I kind of hope they don't listen to this because they're gonna
Judge
disown
you.
me. Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Well, he didn't even fucking care that he came out and stayed at our house with us."
So you saved yourself. You said you enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, I
You're
did.
like, I
I
don't
had
know
a
how
really
long I
good
was there,
time.
but it was good.
Yeah, who cares if I don't remember how long I was there or your names or what you look like? I'm just kidding. But like we just hung out and I played video games with Leo a little bit, and oh, that was when Sun and Moon first came out. I
Ooh.
there was a point where I straight up dipped out of the living room and I was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go play some Pokemon in the guest in the room. And I went up and just played some Moon.
Yep.
The only other traveling I think I've done that I can remember is my brother had a baseball tournament in Virginia
Yep.
when we were little, and we drove down there, stayed for that one was like only a couple days, and then drove back, and that's
Yeah.
it. Other I went to like um where does my uncle live? One of the Carolinas. I don't remember which one. But I was like a couple months old. I was a newborn, and my mom went down there to. That's literally it.
Yep.
I've lived a very sheltered New York life.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's another thing that we could definitely talk about is you've only lived in New York your entire life.
Yep. Same house until I moved into my apartment.
Wow, that's kind of crazy.
I never even moved.
Huh.
Yep.
So yeah, I guess that would be the difference. Like you have roots that I wouldn't have just because I've moved around much more.
hmm
But
Which I've never even really talked to you about,
correct.
interestingly enough.
So I think we could talk about that too for sure.
Yeah.
Um, being as that you said you haven't left New York when. Fun fact, I don't know if you even know this. I was not born in New York.
I think I knew that,
So
but I
mom
couldn't
and
tell you
dad,
where.
my mom and dad and brother are all were all born in New York. I think they might have even all been born in the same hospital,
hmm
which is Glens Falls Hospital.
hmm
However, my family moved with my dad's job to Massachusetts, and then that's where I was born.
Northern New York. Nice.
New York's hat, right?
Yeah.
So, and then we moved to Maine, and then to Maryland, and then to Georgia, and then my
Oh
dad
God.
actually got fired when we were in Georgia, and he asked my mom where she wanted to live, and she said, "Let's go back home to be with like our extended family, like their parents."
Uh-huh.
And that's how we ended up in Hudson Falls.
Hmm.
But
Great
even
place to
since
end up.
then, even since coming back to New York, I've lived in one, two, three, four, five different houses, and then my apartment, so six.
That sounds awful.
I think you kind of get used to it.
Oh, sounds terrible.
So moving around a lot with schools, you kind of learn to make friends fairly quickly, I would say.
Mm-mm.
It's definitely not fun to leave your friends behind, though.
I just wouldn't talk to anybody at that point. I'm not even
Yeah.
gonna make friends. Just leave me alone.
Yeah, I mean, that's how some people would treat it. I didn't do that. I kind of just got along with everyone anyway. I should reach
Probably
out
gonna
to
do
old
that.
friends and reconnect.
Oh yeah, rekindle your love.
Actually, I was talking about this with Brittany recently that there was one friend I used to stay the night at his house. Not going to name him for reason you'll soon learn. Uh,
Name drop. Name drop.
used to stay at his house pretty frequently when I lived in Maryland, and we would stay up till like what seemed really late to us, probably like midnight or one, playing
Yeah.
Tom and Jerry, a Tom and Jerry game where you like battle each other. But fairly recently, I think a couple years ago, he got arrested for
Oh,
soliciting a prostitute who was actually a cop.
nice. Oh, no.
So I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't stay, or else I
I
could have
mean,
been also soliciting a prostitute.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound like the worst thing
That's true. I
to
mean,
get
at
in
least he
trouble
didn't like
for.
kill someone.
Yeah, exactly.
He was just trying to get some tail.
Exactly. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Sex workers are workers too. Leave them alone.
I don't. That's another topic that's widely discussed. Like, should prostitution be legal? What would your take on that be?
Yeah, probably. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
What's the reason that it's not legal?
I think because it's immoral. Immoral would be the biggest thing.
Well, who's writing the moral laws here?
I mean, that's true, but saying that even with that concept, like murder is immoral.
No. Did you just compare moral of murdering someone with having sex with someone?
Yeah, I did. It probably wasn't the
Is
best
that
comparison.
is that, is that, is that what just happened?
Yeah, that's my bad. Don't worry about that one.
We'll skip that.
We'll cut it out.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it could actually be better. Like people, okay, so say even like marijuana. Like I think in a newer age, it could definitely be legalized.
Mhm.
In some ways, it would definitely be better because if you legalize it, you could get tax money from
Make
it,
more money.
and
Yep.
you could make it better because you could have active like drug or not drug but STD testing
Mhm.
to keep people safe and clean and whatnot,
That would make so much money.
right?
Jisms, chrisms, that's a lot of cash.
Jism
Yeah. You like
puns.
my word choice?
Clever.
Uh,
Okay, what were we talking about?
Vacations?
Correct.
Which, so I guess we can, unless you have something else to say, we can kind of segue into like the dream. What's the ideal place that you'd like to go? Where's your dream vacation?
Do you have one dream vacation? Like one
I was,
destination where you would pick above any other?
spoiler alert, I'm terrified to travel. So can you go first?
Okay. Um, I've thought about this a lot. There's one place I've wanted to go for a very long time, and it's mostly because I'm a big old nerd, and that kind of gives it away.
Mhm.
I would love to go to Tokyo.
Okay.
The reason, like one big reason, is obviously expenses. But
Square watermelons. Oh,
what
sorry. They
is
have
that a
square
thing?
watermelon. Yeah, I thought that was gonna be a
They
reason.
grow square watermelons.
Yeah, because they're so fucking weird over there, and
Japan is Minecraft now.
they live Minecraft,
That's brutal,
but
man.
they really do have they grew square watermelons.
Interesting.
That makes you want to go even more, doesn't it?
Kind of. It's like why I want to go to Canada because they have bagged milk.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I just want to see it. I just want to get some bagged milk, bring it back.
Get... Nope. 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 I don't want that.
So yeah, a big reason obviously would be money, but another one would
Mm,
be I think it's like a 16-hour flight and
yeah, it's a
not
long
about
one.
that life.
There's no other way to get there unless you want to take a boat.
I'll take a boat. No, I'm just kidding.
That's even
I'll
longer.
definitely get there eventually. That's on my bucket list, and if that would be my one place over any other to go.
Hmm.
Oh,
Interesting.
and it's not just because of like the actual city. Like I would love to go and see like when it's like cherry blossom season
Hmm.
because that's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd love to go see the temples and things like that,
Hmm,
not just the robot
interesting.
diners,
Or the, yeah,
the,
no, there's a lot of weird
the
stuff that
panty
you probably
vending
don't want.
machines.
Yeah, let's stop. Just let's not. Let's not talk about the culture that they've
Okay,
got
but if
growing
you're
over there.
deserted on an island for however many years, then you're gonna think of some weird stuff.
I don't know if a panty vending machine would be something that came to mind ever for me.
You'd be surprised after a long time.
Well, okay. Well, we'll, we'll agree to disagree.
That's fine. All right. So, what
Okay.
would your vacation or vacation destination be?
I feel like, oh God, I've never really thought about it. I guess I'd want to go somewhere where even though English is like it's obviously spoken across the globe, I'd want to go somewhere where people primarily speak English,
Correct.
mostly because I've never traveled within the United States. So if I was ever to travel somewhere outside of the United States, I'd at least want to be able to talk to almost anybody and read every sign without issue, essentially.
Yeah, most
So,
travel destinations are usually pretty
well,
on that.
yeah, like if you go to someplace over in
If you
like if
go
you
to
go to Japan
France,
or something, or any, they have English signs next to the native signs.
correct.
Yeah, but
Just
like I
because
feel
like
like
they're so
Ireland would be
touristy.
a good choice.
Ireland is a good choice. The rolling green, the Emerald Hills.
And then I'd just live as a hobbit and never come home.
I would
I think that's
honestly, that sounds like a good life to live.
yeah, that's
Plus,
what I
their
think.
accents are cool, and I'm a little jealous.
I've never attempted an Irish accent. I'm not gonna right now, but I might in the future.
You definitely should, because they're not that bad. What accents have you tried?
I feel like I would fall into if I try to do Irish, I'd fall into Scottish, and I can't do a Scottish accent. I've tried.
They're quite similar.
Um, I was talking yet actually it was really funny the other day at work. I we have a coworker and his name is Jeff. We call him many things, but specifically I call him Hefe,
Uh huh.
Papa Hefe.
Hmm.
But it somehow fell into like a very Americanized version of Russian where I was really just kind of like oh, it was weird.
We were
So
just talking about vodka.
no, it was just like because I don't want to embarrass myself right now. I'm not gonna do it, but the typical Russian stereotypical accent is water it down and make it a little more American, and that's what we were doing.
Uh huh.
So I learned I can kind of do that. I've dabbled in some Indian,
Oh,
not
you're going for
for
far-reaching ones. I feel like. Why don't you
not
try to do like a
for.
British or an Australian?
I mean, British. Obviously, everyone does. Not really Australian, but sort of closed. Um, New Zealand,
Yes, very similar.
very similar, right?
Yep.
Slightly different.
All right.
Fucking banger, dude.
Yeah.
I nail it. I absolutely nail it. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna do it though.
That's fine.
Maybe after.
I
We'll see.
randomly will break into like I'll randomly say words in like an English accent
Mhm.
for some reason.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
and then if you want to do what I've heard at least is if you want to do um Oh, I'm blanking on it. You just said it. Not New Zealand, the other one. Australia.
Mhm.
If you want to
You
do an
just say
Australia,
crikey a lot. That's
yeah,
all you got.
good eye, mate, which is
Easy.
just good eye and then might.
Mhm.
But if you want to do that, like actually, they say it's a redneck version of an English accent. That's not my quote. That's someone else, but it's also not that off.
Yeah, I can see it. I understand.
Do you
Yeah,
have a
I'll just
favorite
start.
favorite accent that's like if you had an accent, what one would you want?
Um. Oh God, I really like the way um Scottish people talk,
Yeah.
but
Now, when you
I
think of
can't even
Scottish,
come
do you think of
close
a
to do it.
specific person, like McGregor? Is he
When you
Scottish or
say
Irish? He's Irish, isn't
he's
he?
Irish,
Yeah.
but another McGregor, Ewan McGregor,
Yep.
Scottish.
Gotcha.
I really like the way he talks. And
Yeah.
you want to talk about a handsome man? Oof, that's a
I feel
handsome
like
man.
Scottish people are like very like they're. I would think of them as like kind of like a redneck Irish person in that way, I guess too.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess that's
But like
valid.
they're very like hardcore.
Mhm.
Like I don't think of Irish people as being hardcore. I think
Mm,
of like Scottish people though.
yeah.
He's an attractive man. You're right.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um.
Shouts out.
Also, because we're speaking about this, I'd love to do like a 23andMe test. That'd be a good episode. Obviously, they cost quite a bit of money though.
Oh, yeah, not gonna
So we'll
happen.
work our way there.
Yeah, once we enable ads and
Yeah, once we start making the moolahs.
shut everyone,
But I
make
do
sure to
know from
listen.
my last name being a Mick, it is Irish or Scottish. Do you have any
Yeah,
idea what your
yeah,
heritage looks like?
very Irish
Yeah.
from what my family recalls. Yeah,
Oh, I
like
thought
my
you were
whole
gonna
name.
say from my skin tone.
Yes, very specifically from my skin tone, my red beard, and my entire name. Anytime I tell someone my name,
Yep.
they're like, "Oh, your name's very Irish." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Thank you. So is my skin."
Wait, did you say something about your middle name?
Yeah, my middle name's Patrick.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Very, common Irish name. It's not my middle name's not Patrick because of like Irish heritage.
Yeah.
It's my father's
My
best friend's
my
name.
brother's middle name is Patrick as well.
Yeah. So
But mine is Matthew, so
oh, lame. No one likes a Matthew.
hey, it's my middle name, not my name. But yeah, no,
That's part
I'm
of your
mostly Irish, and
name.
I'm also on my dad's side Irish, and then on my mom's side I'm quite a bit German as well.
Hmm.
So
Can you give us a good German accent?
no, because it'll come off so bad.
Yeah, that's probably good.
I was gonna try, but
Yeah.
I want to say like two words, and it'd make me sound like just a Nazi. So
Ooh, yeah, don't do that.
it's just in my blood. I'm sorry.
Okay, definitely don't say that.
I don't
I'm never
actively hunt
allowing you to
down
bake.
people.
I feel like we should stop. We
Probably.
should just stop.
All right, back to vacations.
Yeah, back to those.
So you
You're
said,
not allowed to go anywhere in Europe.
yeah, I
That's what
guess
we just
not. They're
learned.
not gonna let me go anywhere. Um, I don't know. Matt and I are friends, and he's Polish.
Yeah, which I don't know if he gets this far, I think that friendship is canceled.
No, we're very good on the terms of that. My heritage didn't like his, but it's okay. We're still friends. I was gonna say we definitely should get someone on this podcast because we
Oh
might as
god.
well.
I know. I was talking to Matt at bowling the other day. Said once we start recording live and in
Correct.
person,
Yeah.
I want to get people there. But even if he can't make it, because he was saying he works, um, well, he works late at night most of the time because he works at the bar. I'm assuming that's where he works late at night. But he said he probably wouldn't be able to make it. So I was like, well, if we can set up a time for you to come join us on Discord, that's fine.
Yeah.
He said he's down.
Yeah. I definitely think we could again, once we enable ads and things, it would be very helpful to get you a camera, because then we, in the case that
I
we don't
know.
get to be in person,
Hmm.
obviously.
Yeah.
So that is actually the, I'm just gonna put this here. The idea for next episode, it should be very reasonable to expect an in-person episode,
Hmm.
which would be
So, but
great.
well, to for listeners on Spotify, they won't know. But if you check out the YouTube channel,
Which will be
you'll be
linked
able
in
to
the
see our
description.
cute faces
Yeah.
or not cute faces, whatever you
Well,
deem. It won't
Colin's
hurt
cute
our
face, and
feelings.
then my face.
Yeah, exactly.
Ouch.
What he said.
Brutal. I mean, so that should be a good time. But
Hmm.
did you have any other vacation stories or anything like that?
Other than my fear of traveling, which is more uh, my fear of new people,
Uh-huh.
not particularly.
Yeah.
Oh God, my so I mean, it's not a fear of people. That's kind of
It's just your personality trait, which we can reference last episode.
yeah. Go watch episode 2 if that doesn't know.
If you don't understand like why he feels that way, go check
Yeah,
out episode 2, and it'll help give you a
yeah, you'll
synopsis of why we are both similar in that aspect.
know. Well, I have crippling social anxiety. I don't know if you know that about me, but now you do.
Well, your introversion was like
Oh, yeah, 92%,
92,
pretty high. You know,
pretty high.
I got 100% at one point. I'm not gonna lie to you. Uh, but I hate the idea of talking to new people. It makes me uncomfortable
Yeah.
and very anxious, and I don't like doing it. Even if I have to do anything, like Alyssa always gets mad at me because I I had to get my oil changed,
Yep.
and I didn't want to do it myself because it's wintertime. I would prefer to do it myself because it's a lot less money. But I had to get my oil changed, and I waited so long simply because I just didn't want to go by myself because I
Uh-huh.
didn't want to sit in the waiting room and have to talk to people and do all that alone. So I made her go with me.
Oh. See, I didn't even, last time I got my oil changed, I did not even talk to anyone. I talked to like the people at the counter, obviously, but then I just sat on my phone. But obviously, there's that chance, which I understand your social anxiety, and I also have that. Not to the degree that you do have it as though,
Mm.
but I understand like not wanting, like, if I go in a store and I'm looking for something, I'll look for 30 minutes
Yes,
and will not ask anybody. Like,
same.
I could ask an
Unless
associate and they'll be like, it's right there. But I'd
yeah,
rather just look around for 30 solid minutes.
I used to do that, but now that I am friends with a decent amount of people, or well, friends,
Yeah. Coworkers.
I enjoy talking to my coworkers enough that if I see one of them, I'll ask them.
Yeah.
But if I'm not comfortable just like talking to anyone, even though I work there, I just won't ask anybody. Like the grocery side of the store, I know where literally nothing is over there.
Yeah.
So I just wander around lost until I eventually find it.
So if you go to a different store though, say you need to go to like Home Depot,
Yeah, nope,
you
never
just not
asking.
gonna ask.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation. I'm also almost in a way, I know it's their job, but in a way I don't want to inconvenience someone.
Yes.
I feel like that's an aspect I have on that.
Hmm.
So I don't know if you said yes, so I'm assuming you feel similarly.
Yeah. I do that. Not only do I do that to people that work there, but I also some like even sometimes with customers, I won't approach them simply because I know that I hate being approached. Like as
Yeah.
much as I hate asking for help, I don't like it when you're like, "Can I help you find something today?" It's like,
Yeah.
if I really need your help with something, I will ask you. You do your work, I'll do my shopping. We'll get along great. Leave me alone.
I think that might depend on the situation, in my opinion. If I go into a store and there's like one employee, like it's a small store, I expect you to interact with me.
Mhm.
But something like Walmart or Target, Lowe's, Home Depot, like I'm not expecting you to help
Which
at
is
that point.
weird because they literally push us to ask people if they need help.
But yeah, and this goes back to, I believe we've talked about it before. Um, in the day and age where people are less connected, like that social anxiety is much more common amongst people
Yeah.
now. It's like if you could text like an employee and be like, "Hey, where is this?" People would
Oh,
just do that.
yeah, I do. Like with I'll order a pizza online
Yeah.
instead of calling people because I can't talk to you on the phone.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the future though. Like
I just
just
can't
to
do
do
it.
that.
But even I'll do it with like when I bought my online card for the Switch,
Yep.
I scratched it and one of the numbers was scratched off. So obviously I needed to get my goddamn code so I could play some tennis aces with you.
Hell yeah.
So instead, your options are call, email, or chat with a person online.
Yep.
So I chatted up a person online.
Yeah.
It may have taken longer than calling them, but by golly, my I was playing tennis aces later that night.
That is an aspect too. Even for us, I think so we have the voice messages, but I think eventually if we get to a bigger audience, it would be cool to get like set up a phone number to receive voicemails.
Hmm.
I just think that would help streamline other than the voice messages. I don't know how that whole system works.
Me neither.
Of course, we could figure it out once someone actually leaves a message,
Yeah.
which will be linked in the
Shout out
description. So
to someone. Leave a message
join
for
in
us.
the conversation.
Yeah. Anything. Tell us you hate us. I don't care. We'll
It's
play it.
something.
We'll still play it.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll still
we'll
play it.
play it for sure.
Yeah.
You could be the first person. If you want to be the
Mhm.
first person featured on this podcast, then we don't even have a guest, so you'd be the first person that's not the co-host.
Yeah.
So
You'll be famous.
eventually,
To
maybe.
all 3 people that watch this. Not really. There's way more than 3 people, and we really appreciate you guys.
Correct. We appreciate every single person. If you're I don't know this, but maybe some people listen more than once for some reason.
Mhm.
Um we appreciate
Well,
you
you're even better.
twice as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so yeah, the social anxiety thing though, I definitely understand that aspect. So you have more of a fear
Mm.
of that more than anything like you don't have a fear of flying. Although that's another thing. You said you've never
No.
flown before.
I flew when I was a baby.
Oh,
I lived. I'll make it.
okay. I know some people
No.
have a fear of flying, like that's a fairly common fear.
Mhm.
Um, so I just wanted to get your aspect on that. But if you don't have a fear, then that's pretty good.
No, just the people. I fear people.
I fear everyone. But so
Pretty much.
I have some silly stories, I guess, from older vacations that I thought of. This happened twice. So
Mm.
this wasn't a vacation, but this was a visit to the zoo, which is kind of relevant.
Okay, I
Um,
like zoos. I like animals.
also love zoos. We should go as a group of friends to a zoo sometime, honestly.
Um, I, so I know I just said I love zoos, but I also hate zoos because I don't think the animals are treated completely properly. I know they're treated as best as they can be, but they should all have bigger enclosures, and I firmly believe that.
I
Continue.
agree.
I'm sorry.
However,
They
I
deserve it.
think they're cool.
No, they are cool. The concept is cool.
The
The way they're
execution is
enacted,
poor.
yeah, not the greatest, but
Correct.
I
Um,
digress.
that'd be a cool video. I definitely plan on doing more videos, and I think that'd be cool,
Do the occasional like
like a vlog style
vlog.
video.
That's not really a vlog because a vlog's a video log and video logging. But like if we go play mini golf
Yeah, that's
or
exactly what I was
something,
thinking. I love mini golf. We do mini
I
golf.
don't know how you can love mini golf when you lose all. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I play against you and Matt, I consistently lose, and it's just a crock of shit, honestly. Love mini golf. We could do mini golf. We could do zoo. We can do aquarium. We can do suggestions.
Where's the closest aquarium to us? I know there's one in Boston,
I don't know.
but that's
Honestly,
far away.
I'd be fine with traveling that far for as a group though. That'd be fun. Make a day trip out of it.
Take like a train.
Sure. Oh, that was actually another question I had. So when you and Alyssa drive somewhere,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
Do you always drive?
Hmm.
Like always, 100% of the time.
So the couple times that we have driven places, well, like when we drove to Ohio,
Yep.
I technically shouldn't have been driving because I only had my permit.
Yep.
But I drove. We left at like 8 o'clock at night or something, or 9 or 10 at night, and it started snowing. Like, it was a snowstorm. My first time ever driving in a car that's not in a parking lot,
Yep.
and I had to drive in a blizzard in a front wheel drive Focus without snow tires on. And I drove like halfway. I drove basically till we got to the edge of New York. Cause like if we were in New York, at least I have a New York permit. But once we get out of New York, like that's a no.
Yep.
But now that I have my license, I pretty much drive anywhere. Like when we go to the city for doctor's appointments, I drive all the way there and I drive all the way.
Got it. I was just wondering because I know like sometimes some guys drive consistently, sometimes it's back and forth. So I was just wondering about that. It looks like the closest aquarium is it looks like it's Schenectady.
There's one in Schenectady?
Correct.
Hmm.
The
You think it's Lane?
Via Aquarium. VIA Aquarium.
Well, it's probably better to go there than to take a train to Boston first.
It says there's a stingray feedings.
What?
Every day at 12 and 4 for our daily stingray feeding.
Do they have penguins?
I don't believe so. But it's only
I
like
don't
$12
like
for admission as well.
If there's no penguins, I'm not going.
I don't know. We'll look into it more and we'll update it as we go, and we'll make video if we do go.
Maybe.
I did have another question, but I forget what it was now. Oh, no,
Well,
I had the 2 stories from the zoos.
Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't do your funny stories.
So I guess they're not really funny, but looking back, they weren't funny at the time. I just have some random things just from when I was a kid.
Okay.
So when we lived in Maryland, there was the Baltimore Zoo, which was a really cool zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a lot of stuff, and it was a free zoo. Like it was just free to get in. And I remember one time, I think it was like some bird enclosure, and I go up to this guy, I think, and it's my dad. Pull on his shorts. I don't like pull his shorts down, but I'm a little kid and I tug on his like cargo short, and I'm like, Dad. And he turned his head and looks at me. He goes, I'm not your dad. And I ran back. Wasn't having that.
And that's where the social anxiety comes from.
I have some just bad experiences. I did that. So I was probably like 4 or 5 at the time that happened. That wasn't the only time that ever happened. Unfortunately, the other memorable time for that to happen to me was I was probably 13.
Oh God.
And I was kind of being a dickhead, to be honest.
Oh.
So we're at a hotel, and I'm sitting at the table with my mom and my dad. I thought he went to go get juice, so I go over to the juice, and I just see this guy from the back, and I'm like, because my mom was complaining that he wasn't getting her juice. So I'm like, who's that juice for? And the guy turns around, starts like mumbling because he's so confused. And he goes, what? And he's like, who's the juice for? And he's like, well, there's orange juice and there's apple juice. And I'm like, never mind. And I just walk away. Once I realized it was not my father, I just said, never mind, and walked away. And I turned toward the table, and my dad is sitting down.
How does that make you feel thinking back on it?
Honestly, it's pretty funny. And I hope that guy is still confused to this day. Asking me,
every once in a while.
He just thinks about it. He goes, who was that juice for? It's a philosophical question at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like, why are we alive? Who was the juice for? They go hand in hand.
Yep. And then I think this other one was when I was probably about 3 or 4, I would say. We went to Maine, and there was seaweed. I had never seen seaweed before in my life. So my mom was carrying me and then put me down, and she's like, touch it. And so I touched it, and it was slimy. And I legitimately was screaming as loud as I could, running back up the beach going, there's a monster!
Oh
So
god.
that seaweed monster, I didn't want to deal with that. I think Scooby Doo had put it in my mind that that was a monster.
Mm-hmm. It's reasonable.
Also, Scooby Doo, great show.
That's random, but it is a great show.
So, do you have any stories like that from being a kid?
Um, I probably do, but off the top of my head, nothing's coming to mind. I don't think so. Nothing where I mistakenly called someone my dad who was definitely not my dad.
Oh, well, I know it's not an
Definitely
uncommon thing because even Brittany has told me a story
no.
where she grabbed onto another woman's cart that was not her mother.
That's how you get stolen. Do you guys know that? That's how you get abducted.
Probably, but that's only if they're looking for you, I think.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Did you ever have any fear of being abducted?
No,
Were your
no, not
parents like
really.
super on top of that, like use the buddy system?
No,
Interesting.
no. Because when I was little, I would just like, it's weird to talk about it because like all the boomers would just assume that we just stayed inside and played video games all the time, and it's
Which we didn't.
the complete opposite. I
Correct.
didn't play video games until I was like going into high school.
I played them,
Um,
but not in excess until probably about
yeah,
the same time.
yeah. So, but I would just literally leave my house. I would usually be with a friend, but my parents never made me be with a friend. I was just hanging out with people all the time,
Yeah.
and we would just ride bikes around town. Like we would go to the park, or we just go anywhere that we could reasonably get to on our bikes,
Yeah.
and just do that for hours for no reason.
I feel like I never
But
really had that experience, like where it was just like I could just go. My parents were super like use the buddy system, don't talk to strangers, etc.
I mean, they were always like the typical "don't talk to strangers," blah, blah, pay attention to which side of the road you're on, don't go too far, and
Honestly,
the
my
stuff.
mom to this day tells me to use the buddy system. I'm like, are they gonna kidnap me and put me in human trafficking?
Probably she
I
just cares about you.
I wouldn't be a very good slut.
You don't know that.
You're right. I probably would be.
You've never done it. Yeah.
All right. I think we can wrap up there.
Is that that's a good line to end it
Yeah,
on.
I think so.
Oh god.
I mean, we covered pretty much everything. I mean, I didn't do anything super exciting or crazy this vacation, but I guess the older
No,
you
kind
get,
of
the less you expect that. Depending, I've always wanted to do like a guy's vacation, going to like Las Vegas or something.
Ooh.
But
Uh, I don't know. From what I saw from when Matt and Joel went to Las Vegas with
Rob,
Rob, and he lost his phone,
well, he
and
got
they lost
lost too.
him. Yeah, well, yeah. I added that. Don't worry. You can't skip that part. I don't know if I want that to happen.
I think, yeah, that's. I think it'd be okay. Obviously, we'd have to be more responsible than some of our other friends. I feel like
It's part of the experience, man.
it just happens. What happens in
Yeah,
Vegas, man?
you didn't go to Vegas unless you lost your friend.
And then they lost their phone.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that full story as well?
No.
I would love
Well,
to get Matt on to tell that story. It's pretty silly. I think
I
Matt has
just
some
remember.
stories to tell from like I would assume he would from like Il Sonic as well as going to Vegas and
Yeah,
whatnot.
he's gone on a lot of trips recently, so
Yeah,
he would definitely be a lot more interesting than we are.
yeah, I think that's true. Because he's more of an extrovert than we are, which is why we should also have him take that test.
I did have him take that test.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I have his results on my messenger.
Oh, you do.
Mhm.
We will.
He's a lit. Oh, do you not want me to spoil it?
You can tell us.
I'll just tell you his he got a logician.
A logistician.
I mean, you definitely added a lot of letters, but
No,
yeah,
that's
he's a
what it is.
sign.
It's a logistician.
Well, It's
Oh, he's a logician. Not
LOGI.
that's a different
Yeah,
thing. They're two different
yeah.
things. So
Um,
he's an analyst. Interesting,
so,
but still an introvert.
but still an introvert. Yes.
Very interesting.
Hmm.
That'd be something to talk about.
Yeah.
I
It's lots of
think.
stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely like we were saying. He definitely has stories from being taking those trips and whatnot,
Hmm.
and he's willing to take risks that I would not.
Nope.
Similar with Manny, but I don't know. Manny hasn't traveled quite as much.
That's because Manny's not real.
Manny is a figment of my imagination.
Hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
we can get to wrapping up. If you would like to follow the show, all the links will be in the description. Twitter's,
Hmm.
Facebook's. If you're listening to this on any audio app, the YouTube link is in the description, which isn't important this week because there's not much to watch. But next week, I will say that there should be videos going up of us actually talking.
Yes. Hopefully.
Before we continue closing out, would you? I believe it's your turn to give a recommendation.
It is my turn to give a recommendation.
So I'll let you go
Um,
ahead with that.
I I'm gonna recommend that anyone listening, if you haven't watched Star Wars: The Clone Wars, go watch it. Season 7 is airing currently on Disney Plus. As far as I know, it's only available on Disney Plus.
Does Disney Plus have the other 6 seasons?
Yeah, it has all of it.
Okay.
So go rewatch it all and then watch it all live. If you're a fan of Star Wars and you haven't watched it, you'll love it. If you're not a fan of Star Wars, you'll still love it. Go enjoy yourself.
So I'm a fan of Star Wars. I have not seen very much of the Clone Wars, so maybe that's something
Oof.
I should get on.
You want to talk about a podcast episode, brother? I could
Just
talk for so long about Star Wars and
true.
the Clone Wars alone. Whew.
I mean that's an ongoing thing that will never end.
Star Wars? Yeah, probably.
All right.
Did you see
So
the new books? They just announced a new series of books, a new era of the High Republic.
I did not
Looks
see
really
that.
cool.
But so I will like I said, all the links for the show will be in the description. Um, you can find links to our personal pages.
So if more people start to follow me and I actually want to utilize it more, the only thing I really use Twitter for is sports stuff.
Yep.
But if more people start following me, I'll plug it later. But it's there. You can find it.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Sounds good. And like I said, all the social medias, stay in touch with us, leave voice
Mhm.
messages. You can be the first one. Pretty
Be the
exciting.
first one. Yeah.
Um, so I think that's a good way to wrap it up, and we look forward to having you listen to us next week and or watching us next week,
Mm-hmm.
and we look forward to blowing your minds then.
Enjoy the rest of your day, people.